So what I want to do using this item right here is make an adjustable air blowgun with a rubber tip that you see here. But what I want to be able to do is have it highly adjustable as to the amount of airflow that's coming out. Here's a Milton one that I've had for years. Rubber tip. Works great. Blowing out lines. And the thing is, sometimes you can't always get the amount of airflow that you want, as far as if you want to just tweak it a little bit at a time. Now this is a safety one, so this only allows 30 psi no matter what your system is set for. You could have it set to 100, 150, and only 30 is going to come out of here. And like I said, it still works great, but I want to try something a little bit different. So I bought this item at Lowe's. It's a Kobalt inline airflow adjustment, and it's their 0896796. (200 psi max). Now this has 1/4-inch pipe threads, male on one side, female on the other. If you take a look at this, it's got maximum and minimum. At maximum, it's fully open. Then as we turn it, just 90 degrees, quarter of a turn, you're at minimum. And so this is what that would look like. Okay, so right now we're at minimum, which is basically off. And then if we turn it, you'll start to see how that opens. Okay, now you're at maximum. And you see how you can throttle that down and tweak it. Just like that. And you can let it stay there. So that's the beauty of this, is you don't have to push down on a nozzle or on a lever. You can move it wherever you want, and it'll stay there. Now, this nozzle, this rubber tip nozzle, I got out of this kit, this inflation kit, again from Lowe's, a Kobalt 0179-681 5-piece set. And that rubber nozzle is one of the 5 pieces. You're going to need a reducing coupling. On the left side, it is 1/4-inch. The right side is 1/8. And they both have female pipe threads. And here we have a 1/4-inch by 1/4-inch hex pipe nipple. You'll need that. And this is a 1/4-inch female stud adapter for your airline. So whatever one you require for your airline, you'll need one of those so you can hook this up to your quick coupler. Here you see all the components you're going to need in the order that you're going to use them, and we'll put it together. Now you do want to have some Teflon tape to put on the threads. On the other side of this valve, though, where you see the red, it came with some, so I won't put any on there, although I could put one wrap around it if I wanted to. Now on the air nozzle, the rubber tipped does have an O-ring on the front, but I'm going to just put one wrap of Teflon tape on it just for the heck of it. Okay, it's all put together, real simple. I ended up putting Teflon on every joint. Didn't really have to up here or down here, but decided to do it. So let's go out in the garage and see how she works. Now, as I had stated earlier, this Milton is built-in safety. It's got a 30 psi, so that no matter what your regulator is set at from the compressor, if you've got it set to 150, you're only going to get 30 psi out the nozzle. This, you're going to get full regulated pressure. So if you've got 150, you're going to get 150 out here. So you want to be very careful. You want to adjust that regulator to make sure you have the proper psi for the work you're doing. So if you want to blow out any type of line on a vehicle, whatever, I would highly recommend that you turn that regulator down to a low enough pressure. The beauty of this is going to be you can turn that valve and have this stay at a designated airflow without having to use the lever here, and you can keep it more consistent and then open it up as desired. But again, just remember, always be careful. Make sure that your pressure is turned down so that the air coming to this nozzle is what you want. Now, I gave this a try, and actually when it says minimum, it does allow a very slight amount of air to go through here. So, and I'll show you. And then as you go to maximum, obviously, the maximum that this will allow. My air, I've got the air pressure setting at, on my regulator at 125 psi. But again, for this demonstration, again, I would highly recommend you turn your regulator to what you desire, because 125 could damage a lot of things if you're blowing out a line just to open up something. You don't want to have that much. Okay. So now we're at minimum right there. So let's open it up. And that's hardly anything. And that's actually a nice, that's kind of a nice air pressure. So now we'll start turning it up a bit. But you see how you can, with your hand off of it, you can control it very nicely without having to hold a lever. Here we are at minimum.